So when they run up connector, they can smoke off jungle and just focus on that CT spawn position. This does, actually, now that I look at it, feel a little bit more like this could be an A split. So timing here for 9-10. Kayserato in such a weird position. Why is he looking into... What is even happening? Where are the... Are they all shooting blanks? We are live, right? I can't believe what's going on.
I know you were playing some deathmatch just before we got started. It was probably like, I'm still playing, aren't I?
Yeah. Is this me?
Oh. Well, Cello's at least alleviated the pressure on middle, but he's going to have to fight off against two more players. Blitzno's lost his head as well. And suddenly Furia, even though that very strange position from Kayserato got punished, they do have the advantage, but not for much longer.
Yeah, look at the push coming in. They're just trying to rescue the bomb that's in lower. Dark Fallen with a great headshot injury. Takes down Senzu. What an absolutely bizarre way to get started. There's just no question about it. Again, it's a long road back once you end up in that 0-2 bracket, or the 1-2 bracket in this case. I mean, like, you're going to have to really struggle to get back into it. Backs to the wall, and elimination on the line. We do have AKs coming out now for the Mongol side of things, and quite a lot of smokes, one Molotov as well, and an insane flashbang that just completely wrecks Techno. It looked like he didn't even bother to move. He just accepted his fate at that point. He was like, oh, well, yeah, I'm dead. I'm not even going to try and look around or shoot or anything.
It's like the Jurassic Park. If I don't move, they can't see me. Unfortunately, they could, mate. You were easy pickings. Maybe thought that 9-10 had his back as well, because he was just around the periphery of the ramp side for T-spawn. But he wasn't in position to thwart that push, unfortunately.
Just to say, the don't move thing only works with dinosaurs, and they don't have flashbangs. But it is a horrifying thought if you had T-Rexes with flashbangs. I won't lie. That is obviously that's a real nightmare scenario.
I'm just thinking about T-Rexes now with AKs in their little arms. I don't know why, it's buckling me.
Dino Riders, if anyone ever watched that television show, it's fantastic.
Classic.
Anyway, that's only for people who are like, you know, essentially boomers like me and Linz. 40 seconds left here, and they're going to be pushing the bomb site. Skulls is going to die one way or another here. They're going to be coming at him. He's got nowhere to stand. There's one, but Blitz will be quick on the return, and they actually gave him even more space than I was expecting. Bomb looks like it's going to be planted here. The Molotov actually does rain in, or the incendiary, and 9-10. He's going to be forced out, and a little bit of panic on top. He probably didn't have to go that deep, but he did. Trade comes in. Kayserato to take down Blitz, and a very, very nice round here for Furia with Kayserato picking up 3 kills. He actually, in fact, looks like he's going to be walking straight through that smoke. It's a really big risk, but it does afford him an interesting position where it's possible that Furia just are not expecting it. I'm surprised that he's made it this far without being discovered, and now he's going to get smoked in from a teammate here. Very nice. It's going to allow him to keep moving forward without being at risk of getting shut down from the window position. So everything about this really working out well for MongolZ at the moment. They've lost Senzu at the meantime, but Blitz is obviously the real weapon in this round, and he's going to be taking down Skulls to begin with. Bomb is being planted on the other side. MongolZ, they've made a lot out of very little so far.
I think you've painted a perfect picture here. Like, the Blitz really, forward position being on point is massive. You got a kill from it as well. Post plant in. Even if the MongolZ lose from this point, they've got mission accomplished, but they'll be looking for more. They want this win. They're now in such a good position. 2 players on ramp, 1 around con with the AK, and Cello has to try and clear his angles before he can get back onto the site. Already, 2/3 of the fuse have ticked away. There are multiple kits, but that was a really important kill from Cello. If Blitz wins out, the bomb is planted for him, and there's a very good possibility that the MongolZ secure it. Instead, Furia will be wiping the sweat off their brow, but they've extended their lead to 4.
Because there are definitely times where people are like, it's time for Fallen, it's too much, like, we can't have him more pain anymore, what's going on? But there are times when he is still that monster from way back when, and, you know, I live for those moments. Yuri is going to go down early, and that is way too many targets. Cello ends up getting dropped. Skulls, not quite alone. He's actually got a great rotation coming in. They might actually win off of this Furia. I don't know how they managed to get so many people here, but unfortunately, they're not able to coordinate the defense well enough. I do think with that many people there, Furia, if they don't quite go for the fights, because MongolZ basically called a freeze there.
His price is paid. 62 health going away from him. So the MongolZ again with early mid control. I'm looking to maybe boost into the window. Oh, on the other side of the smoke, but finds the kill as the grenade comes in to blow it open, and Kayserato makes the most of it with 2.
Massive couple of kills coming out. We know what he could do. We know how good Kayserato can be. Techno finds himself alone, and weird mission right now. They don't have a lot of money in the bank. I mean, in theory, he could actually save the A. It could be a kind of a boring outcome for the rest of us, but or especially the AWP. That might be the choice almost immediately there. Long time, and they are already hunting. I think Caserato's already heard him there. So unfortunately, yeah, they're gonna be running him down. You can see on the other side, Yuri's trying to close the box on him. Don't think he's going to be able to make it out. And indeed, it's Caserато finding a third kill. He's 10-4 right now. So that probably is one of the big win conditions for the potential Furia upset, is somebody like Caserато. Caserато thinking about it. It looks like they're going to get some window control here. And that's a huge tactical position for the MongolZ. I mean, I can't believe they've got in here with nobody knowing.
And it's a position that they won the round off last if it wasn't for Caserato's double. And this time, he's not going to feel himself into any kills. Shut down by Mazzinho. Bit of a jump scare moment. Had no idea. And now Techno on the staircase. Unbeknownst to him, Yuri in the sandwich, and he's going to devour two. Two headshots, Molotov down. He's going to force him out into the open, but Senzu shuts him down first. Cello and Skull still remain, though. Those 2 kills from Yuri, they've given Furia another lifeline, but a well-placed smoke is going to cause havoc if they want to try and retake this. Post plant coming in.
You know, we'll work on banning you guys at some point later. But anyway, like, this is for the side of the MongolZ, 3-5. It's not the hottest start ever, but you're still very competitive in this game right now. We've got a couple of players who haven't done too much. Techno.
He runs a lot of havoc on maps like Mirage as well, trying to get the flanks into play through smokes and whatnot. So yeah, he is doing a real job for the MongolZ. Not always getting the best of score lines. Doesn't always look like he's having a great match, but what he does for his team is invaluable.
It absolutely is, yeah, and you're right. The scoreline will often betray him, and unfortunately, that's just the nature of being that kind of player. Here we go, though. Round number 9, and this is a little bit of a faster one. And with no mid-presence, it's an all-out classic A execute on the A-bomb side. We all know what it looks like. Caserато trying to see if he can look over. I say it's classic, but they've been delayed so much that the initial smokes are gone. A little bit confusing here for MongolZ. I don't know why they don't try and take a little bit more space. They've also been delayed so much now. Cello is on a bit of a flank. This is potentially quite dangerous. 9-10 going to be going down. The scout from Fallen finds the head of Mazzinho, and he leaves Techno to 1 versus 4. And he was going to die for sure, one way or another. It's another triple for Caserато. And Furia, they defended, but also in part just because the MongolZ were, I don't know, stepping on each other's toes over there by that shadow position. Very confusing.
With 3, it's now moved up to 13 frags. With 3 multi-kills already and 105 ADR. So he's having a really good game. But so is Yuri, to be fair. He's got 6 assists with 8 kills. And he's on 125 ADR. So you've got those 2 power players that people often talk about with Furia, both teeing off. But it's 9-10 that kicks off this round.
What a start. Caserато is going to be taking down Senzu. They did lose Cello at the same time, but it's not bad at all. A lot of damage on the skulls. He's not loving life at the moment. Counter grenade comes out. Caserато is ready, but unfortunately for him, Techno was right there to take over. Molotov behind skulls, and yeah, he's going to have to be careful. They do want to boost up Fallen. Oh, maybe not. It's going to be skulls to take a bit of a peek into the middle. Still, it is a 3 versus 3. Out on the A-bomb side, it's Mazzinho. If he can stay alive here, then, yeah, that's going to be a bomb plant. The bomb is up in the palace, so very, very nicely done.
The hype laugh, yes, I did. I heard it.
You any thoughts? That was, for some reason, that just sounded particularly, you know, almost bordering on sort of evil villain type laugh. You know?
If he just twirled with his mustache, it would have been perfect, right? Like,
Exactly.
You know, get that, maybe a top hat as well. Although I'm not sure if they're allowed to wear hats, but maybe afterwards.
Yeah, like a white cat in a big reclining chair or something like that.
Right. A monocle, perhaps. Although, to be fair,
The MongolZ, again, I must say, holding on pretty well. I do think 4 rounds maybe on the T side here. Disastrous, but it's a little bit less fun for sure. If they can get 1 more on board, I think we're looking into a very open game, which is exactly what we want. We want to see all the maps. We want this to be as close as possible because, just to reiterate, elimination is on the line here. So one of these 2 teams is going to get knocked out. Ooh, nice shot.
shades of peak Fallen. Lovely shot to the head of Senzu. So it's both the AWPers that have opened up the round and broken the deadlock here. Just shy of a minute on the clock, and it seems that the Mongols are going to try and finish onto the A site. The bomb coming through. Plenty of grenades as well, although there's only one smoke, interestingly. You got Molotovs, but just the one smoke. I'm curious where they're going to throw this one.
Jungle, it seems. Oh, wait, did they have another one on the ground? They might have had another one. Yeah, I think there was one on the ground
they
that they picked up.
Yep.
Still, that's a very deep one. You can just walk in front of that. I don't really understand that part of it. They are going to be keenly aware that someone could be at the top of the stairs, so they're not going to be overlooking it at the very least, but Techno with the entry here, 25 seconds left, and they should be able to pave a way for a bomb plant. It's Cello to go down after he gets the kill on the Techno. Trying to stop the bomb is Yuri. If he had, that could have easily been the round-winning play. Now it's back into a 2 versus 2 with 9-10 pretty far back with that AWP. And look at Messinio. Is he going to run all the way to the middle? That's a long way. No, okay. He's going to dive back to the ramp. So double ramp position events.
Yeah, 3 of the 4 players very low as well. So feels like that next bullet connecting could just seal this round up. Plenty of the fuse already gone. Fallen trying to get onto the bomb site, but it's out in the open and there's no smoke, no flash, no incendiary, nothing really to fend off the T's. However, the first pick goes in their direction. There's just not enough time now. Fallen is going to try and stick on to. He's picked up the defuse kit, tries to draw him out into the open, missing the shot. Mazinho will punish. Another super scrappy back and forth round, but it is the Mongols that come out victorious.
It still all works out in the end. They're up to 5, and look at the money here for Furia. There's a chance this could be even a 6th round for the Mongols, although they are right underneath with the MP9s just spraying away. Blitz not aware that Cello was going to be coming through, and for some reason he jumped through the smoke there. Seems dangerous, but they win that mid-fight in a big way. They're going to be upgrading some of these into AKs, and they've got the bomb on top. So bit of a disaster class here for Mongols, who, if they played a little bit more slowly, they would have definitely realized what was going on there. It's going to be another MP9 kill, just defeated by the sewing machines there.
Deciding, like, let's keep the aggression going. 2 players pushing around the back of Techno, has no idea, no clue about what's about to happen. And now he finds out firsthand as Cello nails him. And Fury will have a 2-round lead come the second half. Love that call from Fallen. Yeah, there's not really much recourse, right? Like, he doesn't have a smoke to extinguish it. He doesn't have the opportunity to do much about it. But if you've got all that utility, use it. It's way too late. They push players in and get nailed before the smokes or mollies can do anything.
Nicely done, though. Shot here from K-Serato, but you are right. They didn't really manage to do too much behind the actual grenades. It's Yuri to take down Sensu at range, and the round is still alive here. What a flank coming through. And an execution shot coming up from Blitz. He's taking care of Yuri. It's just Skulls left, who's had a bit of a rough first half. 5 kills total, and he's not going to get a chance here as Blitz just keeps on pressuring him with that flank. Mongols win the pistol round. It's worth it at the end. Sub 40 seconds. Smokes are going up, and this execute is not going to be drawn back. They're going to commit to this no matter what here, Furia. First kill is going to be important, and for some reason, it's actually a Molotov kill on Messinio, but 9-10 will try and bring it back here. Jumping in for the flames. Skulls. Has he lost his mind? He's almost going to burn to that, but he will stay alive somehow, and it's a 2 versus 3. The bomb getting planted as well, and Techno at range. This is why those MP9s can be a bit of an issue in the afterplant. It's not going to be fun.
No doubt. They're going to be looking for Senzu. Fortunately, he has upgraded the MP9 to the A1S. With 18 bullets left in the magazine, more than enough to deal with a weakened Fury round the corner. Will shut him down. Pre-fires down to Shadow, but no one's home. It's actually on ramp, which he's now found out, but his teammate's gone down to the hands of Skulls, who now has the perfect angle on the approach to shut out this one. And finally, Furia gets some success on their T side. Whether it be Rifles or the AWP, who's doing work on that T side, but it does put a lot of pressure here on him. It does allow the Mongols, though, to have a 4-player stack on the A side. And assume they should be able to hold the line. This push comes through. Shadow's going to betray K-Serato, and Blitz will oblige accordingly, but he's kind of stuck now in connector. They may think that he's pulled back into the smoke, and it's going to catch Cello completely unaware.
Nice Molotov. Skulls going to get that kill. They need a lot more here. Sensu trying to push out in front, but a great double for Skulls. Not sure it's enough, though, because Messinio just lines them up, and Fallen didn't really get a chance to answer back either. Yuri, they're going to know where he is as well. Bomb is down there. He can't really do anything, and the sound being made dropping off, so all they have to do is wait. It's going to be 9-10, like you said. He hasn't been missing that many shots. He's 14-9. Very interested to see how this one plays out. Messinio is, again, playing that shadow position, and I think Techno's going to end up playing a bit of an off angle inside of the bomb site, which is very hard to clear. If you're running into the site, you're going to be looking for jungle, and you're going to be looking for the top of stairs, so having to check Techno's position sometimes is very awkward. But there's only 27 seconds left. Here we go.
go straight in. They have to fully commit to this one. Mazzino getting one kill is huge, but Yuri's there for two. And it does allow Furia now the opportunity to push onto the site and get the plant in. Sure, there's plenty of damage done to multiple players, but with the smoke still down, it allows them to pull back out and get some decent post-plant positions in.
Oh, look at the double smoke here on the MongolZ. I was going to say it's a hard retake with the AWP, but they actually have a lot of grenades to maybe get the job done, so it's not completely impossible, but they need to hurry. Don't know if there's a kit on the ground, and if not, then they almost are running out of time already. They get the one kill here, but if it's a 10-second defuse, that's not going to be easy. 9-10 gets dropped by Skulls, and you could hear that bomb just ticking away in the back. There is a kid right in front, so they do have the opportunity, but it will be denied. Yuri instead, a quad kill as he picks up 19 in total. You said it earlier, Vince, and he is having a fantastic game. Yuri is in the middle, and the rest of them are ready to go. If he gets anything done in here, they're going to be able to explode onto that B-bomb site right away, but he really wants to know if there's anyone on the catwalk before they do, because if not, there is a chance there's a straight double setup, which it is. But this is not going to be that easy to break in MongolZ. They actually have a pretty decent position, but they lose Techno before anything happens, and at least Senzu alone somehow still getting the kill. I can't explain why. Surely he's going to be dead soon. Blitz gets one on the cello. How are they actually getting this defense through?
It's wild, man. No one checking up on the balcony, and then they just get caught in this clothesline from two MP9s up close, just spitting out bullets. And although Yuri may try his best, he nearly picks up a couple kills. Instead, he gets shut down by Senzu on his 3K.
We're looking at a 10-9 scoreline. This is beautiful. I mean, again, elimination on the line. I love it when it's this close. And the MongolZ, it's their map pick. It's looking good, but not at all settled yet. Lovely little idea. A lot of mid-presence for Furia, so this makes it a very dynamic kind of a round where you can make some mid-round calls if you're fallen. All you need is one entry, one good opening, and you're going to be good to go. Flash around the corner, and he's so blind, Senzu! I was going to say he should be dead every single time, and he absolutely is as well. Picks up the AWP, and very nearly hits the flick onto Blitz. He actually did do some damage there. 9-10, not enjoying the wall bang. You can see the bullets are just whizzing through the box. How is he doing this dance? Is he just reading the Matrix code directly? He's dodging every single bullet?
Finally goes down.
Him.
Agent Smith in this Matrix, he wins. Rest in peace. Neo, AK 910. Mazzino and Blitz, though, still have a chance. 25 seconds left. Two weakened players, and the timing could not be sweeter for Mazzino. He's had a really good game. 16 kills to his name. 20 seconds, and Caserado trying to make moves up on the ramp. Does have one of those AWPs. It was a double AWP setup coming into this round for the MongolZ, so they put a lot of money, a lot of investment, and they need to see a return on that investment. 9 seconds, and there could be a nice little windfall for them. It's Mazzino once again. Yuri with 4 seconds has no chance, no time, no health. The MongolZ with 3 map points.
You're right. You're on something. Okay. Well,
that's kind of that's bad news considering the next major's in Texas. So,
that's a good point.
R.I.P. CS2, I guess. Valve get wrecked again.
Yeah, it's great analysis, though. I love the insight. Skulls, a very advanced position, and it's a sick play, and he was so close to making it work. Blitz down to 12 health. It absolutely could have worked out, and that might have given Fury a chance to fight for overtime, but now it's significantly less likely. They've got to be careful, and look at Senzu. He's pushed up very close, holding a forward angle. You can actually see the buttocks have fallen, sends him down, and it's 9-10 across the map to shut down Cello. Oh dear.
It's looking bad. Caserado, though, is going to give them a chance. Hasn't had much impact on this T-half. Now would be a great time, but Techno's going to silence him in more ways than one. Oh, and he's gone in for another one. He had such a slow start to this game, but now it falls upon the grizzled veteran's shoulders have fallen with just the 25 HP, and Techno puts the final nail in the coffin. 1 map away from elimination are Furia, as MongolZ pick up their choice of Mirage.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
which does put a lot more pressure on Furia as well. You know, like it's easy to run into a bit of an issue, especially early on if you're not getting early success. And breaking that economy on the CT side, things can go pear-shaped real quick. So outside already, Furia taking a little bit of control. Cello out there on red container, Yuri up on the top of main, and now they're going to be exploding in. Ooh, 910 getting nothing out of that trade.
I do like the idea of launching somebody from that mini roof and just sort of, you know, taking a dive down here. It's a very aggressive move, and it does make it very hard for the CTs to rotate around, especially if they're dead, like Blitz down below. There is a rotation coming in from Messinio, but he's the only one here to try and stop the madness. The bomb's surely going to be planted. I actually love it. Cello saying, I'm just going to leave it alone, but some strong headshots. He has to come back and fight now. Oh my god, Messinio, he thought the bomb was still being planted because he saw Cello dive for it. He thought, all right, he's definitely going to try and plant in the corner, and now they're going to try and see if they can... Wait a minute. He ran like he was going to escape. They're playing so many mind games. Cello is 10 steps ahead right now of Techno. 1 versus 3. He's out in the open, running in. He should never have a chance here. He walked down to 1 bullet, trying to get the reload, and finally, they get him in the ground. Cello with a quad kill at the end. Keep it going. 5-7 is here. Scout onto 9-10. Classic position, I would say, for the 5-7 to get a really fast double kill. It's going to be Blitz on the other side with the MP9 and almost had a double of his own. Techno, he takes one again at that range. The 5-7 is just a beast. Senzu gets a deagle, and Furia, he said they needed to make a lot out of this, but so far it's crumbling in their hands. Yuri's the only one with any real health here. Disastrous moment for Furia as Fallen tries to dive down the vents, but tragically you do have to be alive to plant the bomb, so not going to happen. Deep breath now. Furia. Best way to get over that kind of round is to just do the same thing to your opponents again. Flash doesn't really help that much, but the follow-up absolutely will. So Messinio going to get pushed a little bit away from that position. And there's still plenty of time, so you can park a couple of players here and ramp if you want to. For Furia, you don't have to just rush in there. They are going to speed it up anyway, trying to see if they can overwhelm this B defense. Doesn't seem like that's going to be happening anytime soon, or as I say, that Skulls gets the kill on Messinio. The MP9 alone was doing such good work that I thought maybe the M4 was going to be able to chime in, but that turned out not to be the case. 3 versus 3, Senzu ends up going down, and Techno gets dropped as well. I don't know how the pistols are so efficient. That's a P250, by the way, to take down Techno. Leaves 9-10 with very little health and just has to walk away. But what a wacky start we have, Vince.
Yeah, picking up from where we left off on Mirage. Entertaining, exciting, not the cleanest to Counter-Strike, but who gives a damn? That makes a bit more sense seeing it from the perspective of the replay. You saw Messinio was basically dangled on the edge of a fishing rod, and Techno baited him out there. He was slightly too late on that approach. They needed to peek together, and that would have made a big difference. So again, we're talking about them not quite being on the same wavelength entirely, the Mongols. They're not playing their A game, and those are the kind of moments where it shines very bright what the problems are.
Yeah, I think that's important to pick up. Small detail, but it does say something about the team. Oh my god, so much damage at the beginning. You mentioned it, they saved the one M4, they're able to pick up another one, and back we go. The circus continues. Why not?
We go. And now just imagining the players with like clown shoes making like, clown noises every time they walk. It has been just such a strange opener to the map. Yuri 1 HP, Kaserot at 22 as the observer is showing us the bomb is just out in the open. That is a death trap. And Furia not falling for it. They're going to try and save their weapons. But, I mean, again, credit to the Mongols. 9-10 with a couple of beautiful shots outside with the A1S. But this is the importance of saving in moments like this. You don't have a chance in the previous round. You keep that A1S. You put it to use. You give your team an opportunity with some more rifles to get it done. And they succeed. And Yuri will not save this weapon. Oh, that is horrendous. Kaserado doesn't necessarily even want to show his hand right now. And now he will pick up the kill, but the problem with doing that is he's given his position away, and the Mongols may want to try and charge him down with their 3 players left.
I mean, you know this AK is going to be the threat in the next round. We've got to be careful you don't all go before this, you know, when there's still time for him to win the round, but apart from that, I definitely would agree. Just try and see if you get this AK out of his hands. Awkward timing there. Techno going to be there to pick it up, so it's worth it in the end. No AK survives, and back and forth we go.
You in this case, who is not going to fail first in a
here we
rifle
go.
round, and it's downstairs, just pushing straight into Mazzinho.
They're going to plant the bomb with everyone alive. I don't know how. They got the double vent drop with nobody noticing, in spite of the fact that there was an auto shotgun up on the hut. What a shot from Fallen. Explodes Techno's skull, and now it's down to another 3 versus 4. And speaking of skulls, he's here with a MAC-10. Unfortunately, that's not going to get anything done. Auto shotgun finding a bit of success and being upgraded into an AK. Nobody checking the smoke either. So Massinio wanted to get his hands on that bomb, but not going to be allowed. And it's already ticking quite far. There is a kid on Sensu, but he's not really nearby at the moment. Going to be a shot coming through. There we go, running straight to the bomb, and Yuri sneaking in. The smoke isn't covering him. He gets it, and all he has to do is escape and stay alive here. I'm going to say maybe he could have run with the AWP, but 910 actually jumps into the fight. There was no chance he could have defused the bomb at that point. Listen, there's always, this is, you know, fundamental, isn't it? There's always more clowns in the car than you're expecting, right? But they can't keep coming out. But they can. Oh, here we go. Blitz. Yeah, do it. He's going to turn around and drop Cello. I just don't know anything about Counter-Strike anymore, I guess. I forgot what's happening.
I think it's probably best watching this game that we don't know anything.
Yeah.
Because our brains won't melt so much. Yuri, though, is at least going to put this back into position. I mean, that would be fun. If they do win this round, the Mongols, that would be, what, 5 rounds in a row where the worst buy is won?
Yeah, you've got to get ahead of the curve and try, like, go into the next round with knives, you know. See, maybe there's like a... Maybe there's a logic, maybe there's some rule set to this. Just try and get worse weapons than the other teams. They'll find a way somehow. Senzu taking out Yuri. They're going to upgrade. Scout outside here for 9-10. Smoke is going to be going up, and you don't really have that many grenades to blow open the smokes with, which is a critical component of holding yard. But it seems like Furia are going to elect to go push in front of it. Oh, this could be sick, actually. They might be able to trade this one out. Senzu in trouble already. And now the madness returns to the round. It's Cello to get the kill, and 910 already feeling the heat up here. Doesn't want to peek that too far. Smoke goes up. He actually runs into it, but he had no more bullets. What was the plan? 910. Were you going to get a triple kill with 1 deagle shot?
Hurling insults at them, I guess, was the plan. It didn't work, so they couldn't even hear him. And now Blitz still alive. Still time on the clock to try and push through this smoke, but it's so irritating. He's getting smothered by it, and now he realizes time has run too dry. He has to pull the plug and back out, and that is yet another round. 6 rounds in a row where the pistols have beaten the rifles.
The ultimate clown play has to be just saying bang bang when your when your gun has no more bullets.
The finger guns. Carnage and crazy, but Furia do have a lead, and I completely agree with you. Like, you're going round for round, blow for blow, basically. It's always going to favor the T's on a map like Nuke. Not so much Anubis, which would be up next, but definitely on this. Blitz is coming up, though. They could line up for him. Oh, and he's going to spray down, but only gets the 1. He'll feel like he should have got at least 2 from that trade.
Just inexplicable, isn't it? You're absolutely right. They were just completely lined up at a very minimum of double, but I mean, possibilities of a triple even. That's going to be a frustrating experience. But on the upside, he did also get a bit of information, right? He's going to be able to get a count on how many people are out there to relay that into his team. Smoke up, and it might mean they're going to be wrapping around, so they might just keep going towards hell. 910 is here, but it's just with a scout. A lot of damage, but an instant return. The Galil to find 910, and with 45 seconds, the round is back on here for Furia. They've got the 1-man advantage. Looks like they're going to be just marching forward. The bomb is trailing a little bit behind, so got to be careful about that. 35 seconds now as Fallen goes down, and the Mongols, but they can still win this round. We're just going to have another one of these, I think.
Certainly, especially considering Mazzinho's position. He's going to hear every footstep as well. The MP9 this is really where it does prevail most of the time, especially in the hands of someone like Mazzinho that is so surgical with those headshots. Double for him. Skull shut down from the Galil, and Mazzinho, who gets himself a 4K, up to 10 frags. And we continue this war of attrition.
For that ramp position, it's Massinio that's here with the Galil. He's got a lot of bullets to work with. It might actually be one of those positions where the Galil is kind of nice to just try and shut it down. See if they can find a way through. Only helmets on 2 players, so the Galil could actually do quite a bit now. But he's not going to stick around to find out. He will give up the position. 9-10. Doesn't want to fall back, and I couldn't explain why.
Especially when he has no one there to help him. Like, typically you do a bait and switch if you're going to try and watch onto the elbow side. You have a rifle up close, so your up takes a shot, backs off, and then you bait them into a false sense of security. But just putting himself in a position there where it's so easy for him to get stampeded, and suddenly the Tech9 up close is going to deal fatal damage to Mazzino and Blitz. Furia again with Tech9s. Again with a lack of weaponry. Are looking good to take this round. And although Senzu will shut out K-Serato, he still has Fallen and Yuri to contend with.
Senzu, can you get us off this back and forth train by clutching this one? You need to go for the quad kill clutch, opening up the door, definitely reveal his position. They probably knew already. And Yuri, I think it's an automatic win being here. I don't see him easily being able to actually make it out of the doorway. Already shut down. Fallen, this time with a triple, 2 of them with a Tech9.
That's going to play my nightmares tonight.
Exactly. Just wake up in cold, sweating in your bed. What's happening? All right, Techno is probably going to get crushed right here. They're really, really close by. Messinio, not able to do much of anything, but they are delayed just a bit. Smoke actually sort of reveals that they kind of know that someone's here. Fallen's the one to go down instead. Furia, they've such an advanced position up on the heaven there, but they're not doing anything with it. Skull's going to go down. It's Messinio with a double on the Deagle. Can't make sense of anything. You have 2 players in heaven with, you know, even if the CTs know what an insanely powerful position to be in if you're on the T side, and somehow they convert that into exactly nothing.
Like Xantares is up there, Rain is also a very good player for headshots, but when I looked at the percentages here, Anders, it's actually insane. Mazzinho has a 67% headshot percentage when it comes to fragging. To put that in perspective, Xantares is on 58.9. The buys, the ecos, this has been anything but. However, there is an opportunity for the Mongols now to extend to a 7-5 lead. I don't know if they'd be happy with that, all things considered, the way that this game has gone. But Fury are going to pick up the pace, and they do get the opening pick onto Techno.
Yeah, he was just not ready for it, and you have to be. I don't know why you would ever be there without having the gun out and absolutely ready to fight, but they're still doing a great job getting back into it. Smoke up on the high ground there just to try and see if they can maybe slow them down. Yuri and K-Serato, they're jumping right through. Very scary stuff. I don't know why they're coming through the smoke. No bomb's been planted. K-Serato double on the Tech9, 9-10, trying to hold it, but he can't. Yuri takes him down, and it will be a 6th round for Furia.
If it does spread, the next game you'll see Kixan kick his table, punch it, whatever. How they stuck downstairs already? 9-10's downstairs. No information gathered by Fury either. They have no idea about this.
Okay, they're going to push the ramp. I was going to say, are they going to try and open the door on top at the same time? But that's not going to happen. They're just going to try and go for it here. And I like it. Yuri going down very early on. Fallen. Yeah, going to get a chance to reload, but he's under a lot of pressure. You can see sandwiched in. Not at all fun back there. I'm shocked that he's living for as long as he is. Nobody's coming for him either. He's only the captain of the team, guys. You know, just let him be alone there. It's fine. Don't try and help him.
A mutiny, perhaps.
Well, there is the whole captain going down with the ship thing, right? So I guess that's, you know, it's like... Don't put on the hat if you're not ready. Nice kill outside as well. Kind of funny. Cello alone, and there's not a single casualty on the Mongol side. There's not a single defender on the A-bomb side. Now, we've got one guy jumping in, but that is not going to be enough to hold it. It's just going to be a very late A-take. Scout coming in, like really a 5-7 and a scout. Maybe, I guess. Techno goes down early. Skulls, he's going to get another one. They have left it very late in the hour to actually try and get onto this A site. Fallen tacks up another one. 10 seconds left. He's going to get a shot on the Blitz, and the round will go their way. The Mongols... You know, they needed a nap, and I can respect that. The floor there in lobby is not the most comfortable, but, you know, if you're used to hard bet, I guess it can.
I have no idea what the hell that call was from Blitz.
Here we go, okay. Ramp rushes in, Yuri under a little bit of trouble here, but actually excellent double kill. They are going to give over that AK, but who cares? They've got the man lead. This is where you want to see some leadership out of Fallen. Everybody take a deep breath. Don't go fighting. Just don't lose this. You've got the man advantage here. Techno will take down K-Sorato. There's no bomb plant. You're not in a hurry to take this battle. Cello, gonna open it up. That's okay, but just don't commit to it here. We need communication out of the side of Furia. This is critical.
Bomb plant down, Mazzinho with the AK, Techno with the A1S in decent positions. Now they don't have anything in terms of grenades like blockading off with a molly or a smoke, and there's tons of util for Furia, but they still need to move into position. Fallen now just getting down the vents, a third of the timer already ticked away. They do have the one kick. It's in the hands of Cello, and he's gone down first on Decon. Surely not again. Another pistol round. The Shadow betraying Fallen, but he still somehow holds on, and there's the final frag. They have the kits. They should have enough time for the defuse, and Furia bringing a bit more sanity onto the server.
There's still a million things that we haven't almost seen any normal strategies on Nuke yet. So I guess in that sense, the playbook is really open for MongolZ to try and do a bunch of different things. But maybe you do just want to test the default outside and just kind of see like what happens if we throw the yard smokes and try and make a cross. If we don't throw the yard smokes, however, for whatever reason, we are going to get shut down. Darn.
Kills.
It's actually
okay,
working.
Serrano. He can't do anything, and yeah, they finally picked up the pace, and they've got the kills they were looking for. But Yuri does have control of the bomb. This may not be done just yet. They have to still pull through that Molotov. Yuri's been on point.
Yeah.
Can he snatch away this round?
It's not impossible at all. They are going to be trying to swing him at the same time, get the spacing just right, but it's not going to happen. Sensu with a kill and return. 3 on him, and a very strange round here. Not really looking to be slowed down. This time we have some yard smokes, so yeah, he's going to be allowed to make the way fully across. Pretty good move.
No one was close either, so they're not entirely sure as to whether a player has dipped down a secret. That's going to force Cello's hand to rotate. He doesn't know how close Blitz is and nearly gets punished for it, but somehow stands his ground to deal the fatal damage on Blitz. That looked like Cello was a dead man.
Yeah, he started the fight by tossing a smoke straight at him, and that's probably not a good idea. Unfortunately, he's going to go down. There's absolutely nobody else down here to defend, so bomb plant is incoming, and there's actually a really big question right now if you should save. I know it's a 4-on-4, but on a nuke, it's not uncommon to just sort of pick it up. Oh, now they're going to get baited into it. Skulls gets the kill. You can see they were walking away. This is an easy round for Furia to try to go for the retake now and lose absolutely everything. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, they're being pretty slow as well. Fallen wants to try and get a pick, and that could be the call. I think the AWP dropped in an awkward spot. You've nailed it, Anders. Oh, they got baited in. Hook, line, and sinker. It looks like they can still save the AWP and the M4, so it's not a complete catastrophe. But it will be the MongolZ tying that deficit to just the one round, and it does seem like K-Sorato and Skulls will be able to survive.
Because you know, you smoke and you re-smoke, or you quite literally throw 2 walls out there. So Furia, though, are kind of letting him get away with a bit more. Sensu with a wild jump straight into the scope of Fallen. It's a nice opening. Furia need this. They don't have the money to buy it. It has to be right here. If they want a chance at a third map, if they are trying to avoid elimination, it has to work now. 9-10 going to be taken out of Fallen, and we're into a 4 versus 4 with 40 seconds left. I'm not worried yet, Vince, but soon I will be for the MongolZ.
Oh, K-Sorato has the perfect angle, though, and Blitz did not see that coming. Just moved down from the heaven position. The thing is, when you see Fallen out in that position with the AWP, you're going to assume that someone's in lockers or heaven, so understandable why Blitz goes in, but meanwhile, Mazzinho's getting hot and heavy. May not realize that Yuri's down in shadow, and 9-10's going for the plant, but he's about to get denied, and that's not going to be the plant getting finalized either. So now Mazzinho has so many angles to cover by himself, he's not sure where the MP9's gone at this stage, but he's caught in transition, takes down one though, and somehow surviving, thriving, but he can't get the clutch. So close with K-Sorato on 22. He realizes by Yuri staying in the shadow position and basically baiting him out, he denies the bomb plant and he effectively gives him the best possibility to win. And Mazzinho just went huge there as well, by the way. Like, he's going to be so sad he didn't get that clutch. He went above and beyond what he really could have done. So, understandable bait, but now into this next round, it's going to be a bit of a pincer, and it's the 2 MP9s that sing in unison. It's another one to Yuri. And the Mongols are being just straight up steamrolled out of this round. Still with 2 players, though, still with a chance.
There is a bit of one. Again, Sinio, he's been terrifying. Force pushes in for the debris of the HE, and he gets the double. What a setup! He's going to swap it for the AWP. Solo on health, and he's ready! Takes down Shallow. Once again, the baby-faced assassin is back, and he's decimated Furia. What if they go B and Fallen's like, shut up. Just shut up.
Shut your mouth.
How dare you? It's gonna be the 24. Oh, it's the double grenade. Queserato getting blown up without even a chance to respond. That's such a neat little trick. It's not something that's gonna work, obviously. It's gonna work once in a map, but saving it right to the end. And you said it as well, they've changed the pace quite a bit here. The Mongols started off very slow, painfully slow, in fact. Blitz, is he going to get flashed through? He's going to walk straight through, and somehow that works. There's not even a grenade throw. Cello, he can't believe his eyes. Why would that ever happen? And why would it work?
Oh, Fallen's crosshair was way too high. I'm not sure if he's expecting to get peeked from the upper angle, but oh dear. It looks like this might be the end. Yuri in a 1-on-4 to save Furia, to keep them at PGL Bucharest. The Mongols were 0-2, and they've battled valiantly to get themselves back into this tournament. And it's looking like they're going to seal the deal and have another stay of execution. Yuri, though, we'll be able to hear the footsteps of Mazzinho momentarily, but that is only the tip of the iceberg for the issues he's going to have to contend with.
Gets the first one there, but they are so ready. Got to think it is not going to be enough. The Mongols will stay alive, and for Furia, it's a long plane ride home. Unfortunately for them, down here in the lower bracket, you know, we're not taking any hostage or anything else like that. The Mongols on an upward trajectory.